I'm a weird person to communicate with, and I don't really greet people, and that's probably one of my most assholic traits. And that's just because I'm undiagnosed a lot of things, and because people don't pay to scan my brain, I don't pay people to tell me things about me. Therefore, I'm always going to be seen as off, weird, abnormal, this, that. I've come to learn to accept it. I've come to learn to deal with it. I've come to learn not to make a problem for people. But some people are always going to have ego issues. So therefore, I'm going to piss off people generally. And I'm fine with that, because at the end of the day, I don't love everybody. Not everybody loves me. I do try to bring peace everywhere I go. I try to bring joy. I try to bring happiness. I try not to be the center of attention. But when you're as goofy as... I don't say eyes on me. I just look at me. And that's not always because I say pleasant things. Sometimes because I say dark things. Sometimes because I say goofy things. Sometimes it's just because I'm just generally me. I don't know. I've come to learn that people that do love and enjoy me will show me love and attention and all this and all that. I don't have to beg for it. I don't have to ask for it. I more or less have to deny it or get away from it. So it's like... I know I'm going to do something to upset somebody in the room, but in public settings, we all are friends. And publicly, like, I've come to learn there's some people I'll never be in a two-group setting with. I mean, me and them. There's some people I'll only see in group gatherings. There's some people I'll only see in smaller groups. And I've come to learn from having individual interactions with some people and being able to feel that personal connection. I know some people I'll never have that personal connection with, 100% fine with. I know some people I'm only going to have, like I keep reinstating, group connections with, because I only know you because you know other people and you came for them. I just happen to be around. I'm fine with that as well too, because like I expect to see certain people in certain settings as well as I expect to not see certain people in certain settings as well. But I'm also well aware there's going to be times that they're invited to places that I'm not invited to, or because, well, just more or less I'm not invited to because I don't either fit it or I don't have time to fit it in. So therefore I didn't get the invite because it doesn't work for me, but it works for them. So I'm just really well aware, at least from the experiences I've had. And like being an orphan, I find it, well, it's not necessarily just being an orphan, just the way that my mind works. I find hierarchies funny and kind of weird. And I realize dynamics always work funny. Like here's an example of a dynamic that I just always find consistently in life, where the wife caters to the husband. But I do find it a little bit funny when I'm in certain settings where the husband caters to the wife. I say I find it funny because it's opposite to what I'm used to seeing, but I say it oppositely because at the core of it, I do remember my old man took care of Lace. So realistically speaking, even though society in America, well, American society growing up has taught me the wife takes care of the man. When I was at home, the husband took care of the wife because he went to work, he cooked, he cleaned, he did grocery shopping, he vacuumed. Now, I will admit, for at least a couple of the years while I was younger, she did help out with the cooking and the cleaning. Not the cooking, who the fuck am I? Her cooking was horrible. I don't know. I don't remember her really, like, I think she might have helped with the cooking, but I think those were the nights I chose not to eat, to be honest. Like, she helped out with a lot more things the younger that I was, but as I grew up, he essentially became the stay-at-home mom, father. But neither of them eventually ended up working, but like I literally saw it in an environment where the man did everything and the woman more or less asked, wanted, cried, lied, cheated, did whatever the fuck she wanted to. So even though American society has taught me that the man runs the house, I grew up in a household where the woman ran the house, and I'm not... Everybody runs houses differently. She just ran it with no law, with no order. So essentially it's 99% of the reason why I am the way I am. I don't know what the fuck law and order is, because there's never really law and order in the household, even though Law and Order was always on TV. Law and Order Special Victims Unit and Law and Order, just the basic one. And I think there was like a Law and Order New Year. I don't know. I just remember there was a lot of crime shows brought up about this, about that. Like, she mainly controlled the TV as well. Like, he used to complain and bitch just to watch sports. Like, anytime he spoke, he basically had to scream just to be heard. Well, she would just say whatever the fuck she wanted to, and she made sure she was heard because she wouldn't stop repeating. She would circle the shit. She would say it and say it and say it, and he'd make it happen 9 times out of 10 for her when he could for her, because of love and happy wife, happy life. That's what he got submitted into. And like, I find it funny in just to see in the dynamics that I am currently going on in existence. I'm seeing it where the wife caters to the husband. I see it in one family, within the same family that they had kids. The husband has a wife that he caters to, and I'm just like, wow, this nigga really embodied his mother, but has his daddy's attitude, but still, like, because what I mean by he embodies his mom, I'm saying his mom is the one that takes care of his father, but he has a wife, but he takes care of his wife. And I'm just like, he literally copied and pasted his dad's life, but he took his mother's role, if that makes any sense. So just to explain a little bit better, I might not be explaining it better, I just might be making it any worse, but like, his dad married his mother, which already had prior arrangements. He married the lady that he's married to, which already had prior arrangements. The thing is, the mom takes care of the dad. And like, from my understanding of the stories and stuff like that, the dad used to, like, it used to be like kind of like how my family setup, not like how my family setup was. The dad and the mom were more of tag team, and he helped her out and blah, this, blah, that. But as the later years came out, she basically became the sole caregiver of him and blah, this and blah, that. But like, in this scenario, the second generation, the son is literally the basically like sole caregiver of his significant other and all this and all that they're going through. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then there's another relationship inside the family. I'm just like, I don't really know how to really think of this relationship. From what I'm being told and from the little that I do know, I don't know a lot of healthy things, so it's hard for me to really determine a lot of healthy things, but I always try to analytically break things down, and that's the main reason why I'm single, is because I realize, even though I might like people, I realize my liking isn't always liking, it's not always love, sometimes it's limerence, sometimes I love, one of the biggest lines, this will always be cemented in my mind, I'm glad she told me, I'm glad I had the experience with her, even though nothing really came of it, aside from like a couple, like, some photos, some foreplay, that's about it. Like, I generally wanted to pursue something with her, but clearly I wasn't what she wanted in a man, in a future, in a husband. My commitment issues as well, my avoidant attachment style, where I don't necessarily, I'll either message you, like the way that I think I try to love people is essentially kind of like love bombing, but I don't do it to try to manipulate you to get you to like me. I generally try to want to be with you, and then like there's certain things I might see or I might be stuck in my head, or like there's certain things that stop me from wanting to pursue a commitment because of the fact that I guess it's fearful is what I'm getting at. Or I don't know, that's what it seems like I'm dancing around. Like I'm fearful of committing because I feel like I'm going to be wasting my time, or in some time I'm going to feel foolish for the fact that I spent 15 years, 5 years, 7 months, 8 weeks. And it's like, is it better to love and lose, or is it better not to love at all, or some shit like that? I don't know. I figure at this point in time, I'd rather love many than not to love at all, because to love many is to learn to love in so many different ways, to learn to love so many different things, to learn to love and to find so many different loves is still better than to not love at all. And how am I supposed to give love to the world if I've never had love at all? I still try to be lovely in the way that I act, the way that I treat people. I try not to be like the textbook definition of a man. And I know to that definition, some female find me completely repulsive because I'm not rugged. I'm not scary like that. I'm not somebody that you will fear in a way that's attractive, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know. It's so adorable. Fuck. So while so adorable, somebody's literally fucking at work with their child on them. This is fucking corporate America. You gotta do what the fuck you gotta do just to make shit work. Honestly, fuck, I'm hopping YouTube. I'm hopping fucking you. I don't give a fuck. I'll show you guys what I was talking about. Ah, fuck. I need to give a fuck. Either way, it was adorable. I'll show you guys. I might get in trouble for I just did, but life happens. What? When I say I might get in trouble for I did, I just meant there was a police officer back there. I just have the fucking Yui. I'm recording shit. I'm being stupid, and I get away with anything at this point in my existence. See it? Corporate America, you literally gotta do what the fuck you need to do to be able to make things work for you. And I find it disgusting, but it is what it is. I find this motivating a little bit. You gotta get up and go for you. Either way, I don't know how the fuck I can get in trouble for that. I am the most luckiest, lucky man in the world. I don't know. Because, like, I don't know. Back to the point. Y'all saw it, did you? Did you not? I don't know. But either way, where was I going with this? I always feel like I'm outside looking in. Everywhere I go, I always feel like I'm a guest, regardless if people want to try to involve me or not. And, like, clearly it's no fault to them. Like I said, regardless if they try to involve me or not, I always feel like an outside person. And I sometimes feel like if I could get a label of what the fuck that means, because how could I tell you what is wrong with me even when you ask me if there's nothing? I'm just me. And what does that mean? Well, I don't know, you tell me. From my understanding, you're not allowed to self-diagnose yourself. But also from my understanding, if you can't afford, then there's never anything wrong with you. So, since I am financially disadvantaged, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm very fucking entertaining. That's what's wrong with me. I'm entertaining. Sometimes a little too entertaining. The relationship type of dynamic that I want to have, because I look at all these ones and I don't know, who am I to decide what love is? If you like what you're doing, comes no harm to either one of you, who am I to fucking judge you? Fuck it. So long as within the age parameters, I don't give a fuck. And that's just everybody. What I've come to learn in life is your rules are your rules, and then there's like the world's rules. There's rules you can't break. But if it can be broken, it can be broken. You only listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. Rape's legal, doesn't stop people. Murder's legal, doesn't stop anybody. Kidnapping's legal, doesn't stop anybody. Lying should be illegal, but regardless if it's legal or not, that's not going to stop anybody. Rules and laws are only put in place for those that generally give a shit and want to learn what I can do to help other people, or at least in my world, because I also realize there are some rules and laws that are just completely stupid and retarded. It's like, did that really need to be a rule and or a law? Like, isn't that just common sense? Which isn't common. So therefore, like, I get it to a degree, but also I feel like there's some things are just good in ideas. That's the point. The type of relationship that I want with somebody that I essentially want to be able to end my life with is a type of relationship where we go 50-50 when we can. If it's all the time, perfect. But I also am aware there's going to be days that they're sick. There's going to be days that I'm sick. There's going to be times that we're not within the same home, within the same city, within the same state. And I'm 100% understand that we're two individual people that choose to spend time with each other, but also two individuals that want to show love to each other, that want to travel with each other, that want to grow with each other, want to build businesses with each other, regardless if it's businesses through kids, regardless if it's actual LLC type of businesses, regardless if it's just like going out and partying. Like, regardless of the fact of the matter is, my whole entire goal is to find a business partner that I can fuck, essentially. But like, at the same time, I do realize some people are just good for one thing, and I know I probably should have the self-control of like, celibate, no fucking until she matches everything I want. Nigga, I'm horny. I'm a man. Okay, not gonna use those excuses. I don't have the self-control enough to really realistically sit back and wait X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Although I will admit, if a woman infatuates me enough, it does feel like I can, but most of the time she doesn't show enough interest. Like, I want her to show the interest, so therefore I was willing to wait for her to say yes to fuck me, but at the same time, I don't need her to fuck me. I just want to get the semen out of me, and semen retention bothers me. I do generally get nutty for having nuts inside of me, so I gotta come eventually, and I'm not saying that I need pussy. I got a hand I can use. But that pink too damn good. God knew what the fuck it did when they made Pandora's box, and that's where I came from. So that's why I keep trying to get back into it. I'm trying to go home, and home looks just like her. But she won't let me in yet, so therefore I found a different her. But she ain't the her of hers. It's just a girl for the night, a girl for the day, a girl for 15 minutes, and I'll go the other way. I'm just telling you, sometimes I'm horny, and that's all it is. But not everybody gets it. I'm so damn damaged. Sex is just sex to me. Even though I do realize spiritually it can tie some ties. Now I'm just like, wow! Condom and pull out anyways. I'm still trying my luck because I'm the luckiest unlucky motherfucker you'll ever meet. I do my best to have peace, to give peace. And that's why I do believe, regardless of the chaos that I seem to find on accident or maybe intentionally, I will find what I am looking for. It just takes time, and you can't rush. Yeah, you just can't rush. That's it. Not necessarily you can't rush anything. You could try to rush things, but what's the point of rushing? So I wait patiently, impatient. Hopefully I don't become an impatient trying to find something that I do believe is real, something out there. I do believe I will find her and all the hers that I want her to be. I do believe I will find her my lover. I believe I'll find her my traveler. I do believe I'll find her my big booty bitch. I do believe I'll find her my intellectual mind player. I do believe I will find her my soccer fan. I do believe I'll find her my YouTube freak. I do believe I will find her somebody to play with me, like I play with me. But don't be mad at me, because I too, like you too, we both be crazy. But don't hate each other, just trying to figure out how to love each other through this madness that we call reality society. Maybe the government will give me some badge to confuse me, to keep me lost in this type of illusion, keep me delusional so I don't do things revolutional. I'm just saying. Pussy stopped a lot of things before, and pussy started a lot of things. So what's pussy gonna do for me that it ain't do for you? Some people love pussy, and some people like the stinky shit. And I don't care what you like, as long as you do it consensually, as long as you do it respectfully, as long as you don't try to force that shit on me. I like what I like, and we don't always gotta agree. I'm just saying. I want the relationship that I want, and I need to stop judging other people's relationships because I'm not in it. I'm just a fucking viewer. And hell, if you're happy, fuck what I say. But if you're sad, you're not going to listen to me anyways. But I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say anyways because I know you're not going to listen. But I don't want to listen to your fucking sad-ass stories because you choose every single motherfucking day to wake up next to them. You choose every single day to come back to them. You choose every single day. Unless you are planning to escape, I don't want to hear shit from you. And that's for somebody that used to listen to people talk about, ooh, 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 ooh. You sound like somebody that's crying wolf, but I know from people that have escape stories, you can leave. It hurt to stay. It's going to hurt to leave. But I bet you it's going to hurt even more the longer you stay. You might not even be able to get away if you don't leave. Now, some people aren't taking time bombs. And that's why I have issues committing because me, handsome and chocolate and a dude, if I get a girlfriend, she's probably going to be abusive too. I'm so damn nice. I feel like my old man, even though I'm not like him, I feel just like him the way I treat her. I treat her literally sweet tooth. Girl, I got diabetes from treating you. I'm just saying, well, from being sweet on you. Either way, I play games differently than most dudes do because they see the black skin and think, oh, we got niggers too. Bitch, I'm a Haitian. I ain't your black. I'm overseas black. I'm island black. Baby, it's all you gotta tell me is you want that black. I'll do what you want me to. I just need you to speak up like that. I need you to be blunt. Fuck these hints. I need you to spell it out for me. All letters, capitalize this shit. I need to see, I need to hear, I need you to tell me. And let me do it now, because fuck later. I ain't got later. I got now time. So tell me now so I can get it done now so we can solve this now. But I'm sick of the female. It's like, I gave you hints on top of hints on top of hints on top of hints. Baby girl, I don't think like that. And if you truly love me, you'll learn to speak to me like I learned to speak to you. And darling, speak to me like I'm autistic. Or speak to me like you're autistic. Either way, I need you to speak to me like I can't read, I can't see. Speak loudly what you want from me, and we'll always have a happy relationship. Because I'm a motherfucker, if you tell me what to do, I'll listen, especially if I love you. But I'm also the type of motherfucker, you can tell me what to do, and I'm just going to laugh at you because I don't give a fuck what you say. So, pick your cards right. Either way, I know what my love sounds like, and I know what my hate sounds like. So I do apologize ahead of time if I listen to your love stories and it sounds like hate to me, because personally I would never, ever tolerate that. And I've tolerated a lot of things, so therefore, I guess you're a better person than me, or you hate yourself more than I hate myself. I thought I hated myself a lot more. Either way, I don't understand love dynamics, and I am a horrible judge for what your love is. So if you talk about your partner and you're generally happy when you say the things, who am I to judge? But like I said earlier, don't come to me with that nasty type of stuff. If you hate your partner, why you telling me? Just fucking leave. You got options. And I'll tell you what, I've been homeless. I'd rather be homeless than be fucking living with somebody that I can't stand. Somebody that rapes my energy, rapes my time, takes so much away from me. I would be escaping or planning a murder. Either way, I would leave. But that's just me. I am me, you are you, and a lot of people call me crazy. That's why I can't listen to everybody and give them advice, because I do believe violence is the answer. Especially when you can't do it peacefully. But that's just me. Thank you for listening to my madness. Until more stories come, I'm just Steve.